Yo, my bad. What's that word? Um, I'm here. I am motherfucking here. Um, to say the least. Um, yes, I am here. Despite what a lot of this shit may have made this out to be. It's been a long 4 days. I don't know about y'all, but definitely it's been a long 4 days for me. Uh, I'm tired of shit. No cap. Um, but I'm trying to bring y'all something tonight. I'm not doing the Toon Talk. Well, I mean, I'm not doing the morning hit, of course, because it's fucking nighttime. But I'm just gonna rock this shit, bring y'all the message that I feel needs to be brought. If you agree or resonate with it, let me know. If you don't, do what you know and do. Ignore my shit. But tonight's episode is going to be about something I feel like we all may experience as males. Something that we all may at some point in our lives go through. Um, I know I have, especially when you start doing the father thing. I feel like this resonates or it hits home a lot with a lot of fathers, especially if you feel not confused, but maybe like, where's the place for the traditional guy, possibly? Um, Maybe it's, where do the normal guys fit? Or it's along these lines. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered what exactly is a man supposed to be these days, 2025? Strong but sensitive, bold but quiet, confident but not cocky. It's like society handles a usual manual and every page contradicts the last one. So, with that being said, and which I feel is true, um, like this whole alpha male sigma beta shit is stupid. Um, I don't believe in the constructs that they're starting to put on us because I feel like it ultimately just plays into what the fuck. Oh my God, Rooney. It ultimately just plays into what the fuck they want us to do and how they want us to be. So I don't see a point in conforming to what they think I should be in this day and age, more so what I feel like I should be. And to be honest with you, I feel like that's just being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, um, we're living off old norms, if that makes sense. We are living off of, shit is bothering me. What is this? No, where are you? Where are you? Oh no, a wedding dress. I don't know how much sure I'll get into that month. Oh, but yeah, nonetheless, society has built this blueprint of old norms that, not old norms, but kind of old, but in a way, new norms that kind of, I feel like, don't fit everybody, and they want them to fit everybody. But if you don't fit inside these um, constructs that they make for us, then ultimately you ain't shit. Basically, that's what I get from it. If you don't do what they tell you to do, then you're ultimately just not shit. and you're not the prize male, and you're not the one that women want, and this, that, and the third for X amount of reasons, and all that shit, right? But from the time we were kids, most of us got programmed with the invisible checklist. You don't cry, you don't complain, you make money, you fix things to protect your people. And none of that's really wrong. I mean, that's one part and one aspect of it. But until it becomes the only definition of who we are. When you're only there to protect, when you're only there to provide, when you're only there to make money and, you know what I'm saying, make everybody else's dreams and shit come true, but what about ours? You know what I'm saying? Or what about what we may postpone and put off for the sake of family? Does that ever go into account? Does that ever matter? Or should we just be known as the breadwinners, go about our business and be happy with the title slip? That's just my whole conundrum with shit. Like, should we be happy with the norms, or should we just kind of try to find our own way in this? This is the type of man I am. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of make your own definition of that shit and run with it and be the best man you can be in your own right. Because I feel like following what they want us to be and what they telling us to be ain't doing shit but making a whole bunch of dummies. And honestly, I don't see the point in us. I don't know. It's like at first it was a sex war going on. Now it's like it's not a sex war, but yet we still don't fuck with each other like we should. We don't realize we need each other. And it's ultimately kind of stupid because, like I said, it's all based on some shit that they made. Or the society that, the blueprint that society built. Um, Only thing I can really say is drop you a fact bomb on this motherfucker, which is a 2019 study by the American Psychological Association, or APA, defined traditional masculinity ideology as emphasizing stoicism, dominance, and aggression, and linked it to higher rates of depression and suicide in men who feel pressure to live up to it. But I feel like that's true. Like I feel like that's true. But I feel like there's also a but to it. You don't necessarily have to fall into those traps or trying to live some shit that you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't really you. It's I can see how not stoicism, but the dominance and aggression, like trying to be the alpha male. I can definitely see how trying to be the alpha man, the number one, the 1% male, all that shit can get to a motherfucker at certain times. Like you can, I feel like you can still do all that shit and still not be enough for somebody. So it's like, yeah, you're a top tier dude, but at the same time, like, don't think that the shit can't happen in a way or in a lot of ways. Because sadly, the shit happens more often than not. And honestly, I don't think people take the shit seriously enough. Like, I don't think we're taking serious enough as far as mental health and what we go through as men. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. The reason I chose this topic is because I see it a lot, and I see that like it's not even that it's confusion on the definition. It's just like no one can define really what a man is nowadays. Because some people gonna look at it as a provider, some people gonna look at it as well, I mean, you could be a healer, but I mean, it could be also purely sexual. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of the things that like women don't say or won't say they want us for type shit. You feel me? Like, some of y'all know y'all out here just because of security. Like, it ain't because you like dude or you love dude or like you head over here for dude, but it's security. Like, you know, he's gonna provide, you know, he can go to work for you every day. You know, he's gonna be a good man to you and your kids type shit, but you're not gonna always be in love with that type of dude, if that makes sense. Men are 4 times more likely to die by suicide, and this is CDC data from 2023, often because they're taught that seeking help is weakness. Now, how many times did we grow up as males? You know what I'm saying? Like, as little kids saying, like, what you crying for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need help. Ain't no wrong if you get up, shake it off. Like, but we come to a point now, how the fuck do you shake off depression? How do you shake off trauma? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we honestly shake this shit off and go to a whole nother realm of living when we still have so much baggage that we might be carrying, that we never got rid of, we never displaced in the right place, and, you know what I'm saying? Or may have got displaced and put in the wrong place, you know? Or it may have got flipped and turned into aggression, you know what I'm saying? Or anger. But instead of getting it checked out, what do? Oh, no, I'm fine. Oh, no, I'm okay. You punching holes all in the wall and shit, but you saying you okay. No, you're not okay, dog. And it's okay to not be okay. But as a man, you have to admit that shit within yourself and hold yourself accountable to say, I'm not okay, and seek treatment for that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with talking to a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong talking to a shrink. Ain't nothing wrong with if you need to get on meds and make sure you take them shits every day. That's the shit we need to start normalizing. Because, like, I know in June when I was doing the gun violence awareness post every day and the men's mental health post every day, a lot of y'all was not checking for that shit when you should have been. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all wasn't checking for the message thing. And honestly, you really should have been. You should have really been trying to see that, like, I'm advocating for this men's mental health shit, but I feel like nobody give a damn about us. Like, I really feel like motherfuckers just is waiting on us to croak or do something stupid to ourselves and check ourselves out this game. You know what I mean? And that ain't what the fuck I'm on, and nor that what the message I want anybody to receive or think it's okay. You know what I'm saying? To check out. It may get hard, it may suck, but don't check out this shit. And that's to male, female, anything in between. Like, just don't check out this shit. Especially to my men, like, even though I feel like some days motherfuckers just got you in that control code, like, bro, don't check out. Because I guarantee you, somebody needs you. Even if it ain't the ones that's right in front of your face. Somebody needs you in this world, bro. So just keep that in mind, man. While y'all going through these long ass hour shifts, 12-hour, hour shifts and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make ends meet and trying to keep your wife happy and keep your kids happy. Like, bro, at some point in time, we got to start thinking about us too and our mental health, our mental capacity, and what we really have left at the end of the day when we bring it on into the house. Y'all know what I'm doing. If you ain't doing it, I understand. But if you are doing it, carry your ass up and like that shit. Sometimes I feel like strength gets the wrong rap. If that makes any kind of sense. I feel like strength gets the wrong definition or gets defined the wrong way. Because I feel like strength is always defined like something that's muscle bound when it could be the strength of the heart, the strength of, willpower. It could be a lot of different types of strength. It's not just necessarily muscles and lifting weights and shit. You feel me? So, that, we're going to go in this section 2, which will be the misunderstanding of strength. We were told to man up when we should have been taught to grow up. Strength isn't silence, it's stamina. The ability to face pain, admit mistakes, and still show love. That's a muscle most men never get the chance to flex. And I can say, not only in football, but it's in life in general. Yes, we get told to man up, and that man up shit gets old because it's like sometimes it's not easy to man up and just say, oh, I'm not feeling this. But that's also kind of a way of not dealing with your feelings, just telling yourself to man up. But you're not really dealing with what's making you upset, angry, or in between. And I feel like until we start learning how to deal with our aggression, our anger, our past issues, I don't think our women gonna look at us as they should. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't think our women gonna give a damn about us type shit. Like, I don't think our women gonna really care about like what we got going on type shit. Like, until we give them something to actually hold on to, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think a lot of women out here looking for that alpha male. I I'm thinking they looking for somebody to hold them, keep them, protect them, and not only provide, but provide together, build something together. Now, I'm not saying that's every woman, but I think for a vast majority of women, that's all they really want. But some of them dealing with their own traumas and shit that they can't see it. You feel me? Um, One thing I also had trouble with myself was the ability to face pain. Like, my brother know he went through it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he went through it, and felt it, sort of. But your ability to face pain is a big thing. And I feel like the next one is another one that's really big in marriages or any relationship. But at the same time, it's a stigma or like this stupid ass stereotype that we don't admit our mistakes. Which I'm not gonna sit and say it's an easy thing to do, but that's also accountability, which is something that goes hand in hand. So I would feel like you can show empathy, compassion, and still show love and admit your mistakes. Because we've gotten to the point now to where, like, bro, we ain't trying to fight all that. If it's a misunderstanding, let it be a misunderstanding and go about your goddamn business. But as far as that whole trying to be mad for 2 weeks, a week, 3 days type shit, not sleeping with each other and shit, it ain't nobody happy. Shit gets weird. After a while, that shit gets played out and it gets old fast, very fast. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, AC unit blowing on the back of my bald ass head. That was crazy. But I do feel like if we normalize us admitting our mistakes, showing love, and being vulnerable and things like that, which that something that we all do. We all do these things. We all try to make sure that no one sees the vulnerability in us and our words and our expressions and our love. But that's kind of the complete opposite of what the fuck we need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really need emotional regulation, but who the fuck's gonna find that out if you're not going to seek therapy, help, or trying to flex that muscle that we never get to flex? You know what I'm saying? Because that shit's only gonna take you so far, and it's only gonna be so good to a certain person till they be like, man, it ain't all that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all that they looking for. That's not all that they trying to ground and establish. So, but here's another fact drop, fact bomb. Neuroscientists found that emotional regulation, not suppression, strengthens the prefrontal cortex, improving self-control and resilience. Now, how many of us are actually in tune with that little fact drop right there? Um, Emotional expression actually lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, improving mental and physical health. And if you ain't know, if you start catching that weight, sometimes that could be from cortisol as well, the stress hormone, especially if it's around the tummy area. So I've heard and so I've seen in a few videos and research. So just throwing that out there for y'all. And if you find it hard to lose weight, you might be stressing more than anything else. Which I think uh, us as men do a lot, whether it's admittingly, willingly, or keep it to ourselves secretly. I think we all, as males, stress because of what we have to do, provide, lead, and things of that nature, which in turn, you try to take that pressure off everyone else, especially your wife, and turn it to who? Yourself. When I feel like most of the time people gonna tell you when it gets turned to you, give it to God. And I'm not here trying to be your preacher, but I just said he can definitely hold that shit better than you can. Um, Next, I'm gonna try to slide into something a little bit different or a little bit more vulnerable, which will be the emotional side society forgot. We got tricked into thinking feelings are feminine, but empathy, patience, and care, those are human traits. When a man learns how to feel and lead, that's when he becomes whole. If you believe that's true, drop that shit in the comments for me. Let me know what y'all think. But we got tricked out of our feelings. That's what I think the fuck happened. We got tricked out of our feelings and was told to live this machismo ass life when in the end that shit's gonna break you down and wear you out from the inside. Like if we didn't stress so much, if we didn't do all the extra shit that we do, like trying to be overly hard, overly masculine, but not knowing that when you have a sense of empathy, have a little patience with your wife, and you just care for her like you're supposed to, like that sometimes is enough for a woman. You feel what I'm saying? And that should be enough for you as a man, like to be able to be that vulnerable with that woman. You feel me? Like I feel like patience was one of my hardest things to learn because it felt like I was getting shit before my wife did at times. So in turn, I would get pissed off and shit. But after a while, you realize just have a little patience, let them catch up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be worth it at the end. And it really won't even be that big of a deal. Personally, that's just how I feel. Studies show emotionally intelligent men have higher relationship satisfaction, better parenting outcomes, and even higher leadership ratings at work. See, and that's what I be saying. Like, it's not saying be overly sensitive or no shit like that. It's just saying being emotionally intelligent, like knowing to say, like, damn, I am sad. Damn, that hurt. Things along the lines. Okay, she broke my heart. Not being over my machismo about the shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just being emotionally intelligent, knowing yourself, you know what I'm saying? And knowing your triggers and buttons and shit. That's part of it. And you can parent better and be a better husband when you know you better. Because no one should be able to say they know you better than you. So you should know your triggers and learn you better than anyone else can before they use those said things against you. The myth that emotions make men weak actually makes them less connected and more isolated. So all that trying to turn off the vulnerability with your girl, they ain't really doing shit, but just making you more isolated and putting your ass up in a box. So for all my men out there, start being a little bit more emotionally intelligent when you move around, even with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, know the shit that throws your vibe off, know the shit that throws your energy off, your frequency off, and know when your body's like, hey, you need to get the fuck on and get the fuck up out of here. This is my next section I will get into. And I hope y'all understand where this is coming from. It's not coming from a place of judgment on nobody. It's like a man talk, if you would. It's just just trying to tell y'all it's cool to be in touch and in tune with yourself and know your triggers and Know what you want and don't want out of a woman, out of life, out of everything. Because you can never go wrong on the sense of you. You know what I mean? But if you out here lollygagging and bullshitting and ain't really knowing yourself, I can see how you gonna run through a lot of women and you're gonna bump your head more often than not. The new blueprint everyone and every male should adopt would be wholeness over hardness. Real men are protectors, but they're also healers. They lead and they listen. They build and they also break. And then they rebuild it stronger. The modern man ain't just muscle and money. He is mind, mission, and meaning. Always keep them three M's in your head, man. Mind, mission, and meaning. If it ain't good in your mind, it ain't good for your mission. If it ain't good for your mission, it ain't good for your overall meaning. So look at it like that. Like, we ain't just out here for the roles that motherfuckers want to stick on us. We're not out here just to open pickle jars for your ass and shit like that. We ain't here just to catch the rats and the mice and the pests in the house. Niggas out here whipping full course meals and shit. Like, we ain't here just to be your ATM for you. We ain't here to be your simps. That's not what we doing. You feel what I'm saying? And at some point, us as men, we have to wake up and realize we demand more if we're giving more. I don't want just a bad bitch just because she think I got some money and I can protect her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot more that come to this shit. And I think we just need to demand more substance and depth from the things that we allow into our life. Like, don't let that shit be so shallow they don't cover up your big toe, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Know the waters before you swim and jump in them motherfuckers. Please, know the waters that you're treading into. Because it could be your life. Surveys show Gen Z and millennial men are redefining masculinity, valuing mental health, emotional openness, and work-life balance more than status or control. This comes from Pew Research 2022. Social scientists call this shift inclusive masculinity, where being authentic matters more than being dominant. And I fucks with the inclusive masculinity. Like, I would rather always be my authentic self than try to be goddamn Major Glory or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all too young to know about Major Glory, y'all might not want to be on this channel. But yeah, like, I ain't trying to be Superman. I'm trying to be me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, sometimes motherfuckers will get that misconstrued, like, think that just because you see me as Superman, that's what I have to be at all times, when that's not who I am. I am going to be authentically be at all times, and I think there should be a higher demand of that instead of niggas running around trying to be the next nigga, 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 or rapper. So, and then what you look like taking advice from a nigga that is younger than you. Not like saying that's a bad thing. You can learn from anybody, but I'm just saying, how you 40 listen to a nigga that's 25? Like, how you 40 listen to a nigga that's 20? That don't make sense. But y'all do some shit like that off the strength of a nigga having money. Nothing else. No life experience. Can't tell you shit about life. But that nigga got money though, so you finna bend over backwards for this man and damn near sell yourself just because he got the money, he got the bag. I digress though. But this right here is what I'm down with. I'm down with the valuing your mental health, like actually taking time to really get in tune with yourself and know, like, journal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, really write down what you feeling. Like, get in that pen and that pad. Like, you know? And be like, even I have a problem with being emotionally open sometimes. Like sometimes I don't feel like nobody want to hear my opinion on shit, or like, you know what I'm saying, or like what I feel. So shit, like I keep my shit to myself sometimes, you know. But is that right? No, you should always be emotionally open and expressive. You know what I'm saying? With that work life balance, I learned that shit the hard way. Like, don't nothing be coming home to your family. Like, even if they may, excuse me, get on your nerves or whatever the case may be, I feel like nothing is better than coming home to family. And nothing beats that shit. Honestly, like, I don't feel like nothing can beat like that work life balance when you get it right. When you can make your money and still be able to see your kids and tell them good night and take them to school and be there for functions and shit. Like, it's a beautiful thing. At least from my point of view, where I'm sitting at. You know, just say I would like to reiterate authenticity. You don't have to be like every YouTuber and content creator to get on. You don't have to be like every other creator that's out there. I feel like make your lane, stand tall in that shit, and you'll be fine. Um, this is the last section I got for y'all. Um, I just want to say thank y'all for joining. If you on here, thank you for coming through. Thank you for fucking with me. Um, I just want to let this last segment ride, and y'all just put in the comments. Um, all in all, the end all be all question is, so what's a man? Well, a man's not a machine. He's not a paycheck. He's not a player. A man is someone who shows up for his people, his passions, and his peace. The job ain't to fit society's mold. It's to melt it down and make your own. Now, if you don't get what I'm saying in that, I'm sorry, but I would say break the mold. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, break that motherfucker. Like, be that 101. You can't duplicate that shit. Like, don't try to fit into society's norms, man. Because the norms gonna change just like a fad. Like, and you gonna be out here losing yourself behind trying to be everything everybody wants you to be. You can only be you at the end of the motherfucker day. That's all you can be. All you can be is you. And I hope that's enough for you, if that makes sense. Like, you have to be enough for you. Even I'm learning that shit. Like, you have to be enough for you. Like, you ultimately at the end they have to give a fuck about you. Your health, whatever it is you got going on, you have to give a fuck first. And sometimes that's a very hard thing to do. Um, but to close out the Toon Talk and the discussion of what a man really is, before we were men, we were human. And maybe being a real man just means remembering that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Um, thank you if you pulled up on me. I appreciate you. Thank you for the view. Thank you for the watch. I'm finna finish this motherfucker and probably get in the bed. So yeah, this was latest episode of Toon Talk with some globbers and some Kush mints and something else. I had something else in here. I had Kush mints, glitter bomb, and gelato. Yeah, those are gonna be the strains. Well, little guava OG, Globberston, and that motherfucker. I got Nathaniel and shit. But till next time, y'all, I'm Squish Arcana. This is the Toon Talk. Peace and hair grease. I'm out.